Folks, this is Mike Newmeyer, your favorite financial advisor, always looking out for you, trying to find ways to help you during this great inflationary time, huh? Okay, I have made a list today of very simple suggestions. Okay, these are just things you can do, to help win during the inflationary times. Huh? How are you gonna win? Okay. Well, here's some ideas for raising money or increasing money. Okay, for you. Right. Number one, sell your old cars. Sell your old cars. If you don't need them, they're just sitting there. Sell them, because used cars are being sold at a tremendous premium. So find a way, put it on online, or go to a lot that will sell it for you and take a commission. Think about it. There's money there. Okay, that's number one. Refinance your house while rates are still tolerable. Refinance it while they're still tolerable and take some money out. Your house is worth more. It's worth more than you think it is. Prices have been going up. That's the way it is. So older houses, newer houses, whatever it is, you can sell it, probably make a substantial profit, or you can refinance it. So think about refinancing it and getting some of that money out. And if you have rental properties that you bought a number of years ago, do you still want to manage those rental properties? Maybe it's time to unload them. Think about that. Or maybe it's time to raise the rent. Who wants to talk about that kind of thing? But the reality is that your utilities have gone up, your taxes have gone up, everything has gone up, and maybe you haven't gone up on the rents that you need to collect to cover those increased costs. Okay, so that's something else. And look at reverse mortgages. You see Tom Selleck on television talking about them all the time. They're not for everybody, as he says, but they're good for a lot of people. So it's time for you to look at it. At least look at them, okay? And take advantage of bargain trips. Bargain trips. What do I mean by bargain trips? Well, there's a lot of competition now because a lot of countries have reopened, huh? And they're all competing for your tourist dollar. You're going to find out that river cruises and various kinds of vacations in Europe and so forth are selling at a bargain. Take advantage of it if you're interested. If you want to do it, you've been putting it off, good time to do it. You'll save money. If you can afford to do it, look at them. One of my favorite companies, I'm not advertising for them, but I can tell you one that I have used many times, and that's Gate One. Look at Gate One. They've got some real bargains. I like them better than some of the bigger companies. Okay, just take a look at them. They got some very interesting offers. You'll be amazed at some of the offers they make, and some of the trips I've taken for a steal. Okay, anyway, enough about that. Take a ride together if you have to go to work, or if you want to go shopping and you're a housewife, as an example, and you got friends. You can make it a social occasion and go shopping. Just save on the gasoline, huh? Save on the gasoline. And when you go shopping, keep in mind that the discount stores have a lot more than they used to as far as variety is concerned. A lot of retail stores have gone out of business, and the discount stores have picked them up. You know the ones I mean. You can take a look and find them, but they're there. Not only that, the department stores have a discount section now. Everybody's trying to capitalize on this situation. And you can also look at their friends and family, bargain sales that they have. It's amazing. Some of these stores have sales all the time. But those same sales have that discount section. You ought to look at that first. You'd be amazed at what you can do. But again, ride together, take advantage of saving on gasoline if you can, and make it a social occasion. So there's that idea, okay? Work at home if you can. If you can work at home part of the time or all of the time, take advantage of that, okay? Take advantage of working at home, unless you don't want to work at home. Some people don't. I don't blame them. They get lonesome and so forth and so on. So maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Anyway, okay? Consider the cost of delivery. Now, I know that delivery costs have gone up. I know Amazon and some of the others, the costs have gone up. But some of the stores that are competing have tried to keep their delivery costs down. You got to expose yourself to all these things. Some of us never did. Some of us that are older never did. It's time to get modern and take a look at these things. So you can compare the cost of delivery versus the cost of gasoline. Huh? And keep your gas tank filled as much as possible. Why? Because the price of gasoline is continuing to go up. You know, oil they're saying now, maybe $200. May go up to $200. $200. Okay? So keep that in mind, that gasoline is going to go up. All utilities are going up. Be conscious of that. Be conscious of that. Make sure you got the most efficient way of handling your utilities in your home, because those are going to continue. But we're going into summer now, so we're going to go into the hot season. Air conditioning is not cheap. Okay, so that's something. You start looking at banking online, huh? But do the banking online with your bank that you're familiar with. So when you have problems, they help you. You know, I would not look at the companies that only do business online. I've heard some sad stories about them, but you can do banking online with your bank that you're working with all this time. You probably did some during COVID. Here's a chance to learn how to save money. You won't have to drive there. You know, you can take a picture of a check and deposit. There's things like that some of us don't do still that ought to think about doing. As far as credit cards are concerned, reduce the number of cards. Look for the cards that will give you 2% back on everything. You know, none of this will give you 1% on this, 0.5% on 3%. Look for the ones that will give you 2% back on everything. They're out there. You can find them. You want to do it. I don't want to advertise banks, but there's some that do that. So find the bank. You want to know who it is? Come and see me or call me on the phone. I'll tell you. You know, off the podcast. Okay, and shop at what I said, the discount stores already. So you need to get to know those. Don't be shy. Everybody else is taking advantage of them. You need to take advantage of them. And I said the big stores even have discount sections and coupons. There's nothing wrong with coupons. You know, I have to tell you, I avoided them for years. You know, collect them, sort them, and take advantage of them. You know, and take advantage of senior days for anybody over 50 years old. There are stores that have senior days where they take 10% off of everything. Hey, that's not all bad. That gives you 1 day a week to do most of your shopping for groceries. That's a good idea. So find out, if you're a senior, find out if they have senior days. And those are just some ideas. You know, if I had another half an hour, I could probably come up with another 10 or 15 ideas for saving money. But that's where the focus has got to be. Learn to save money. Inflation up 10%. If you can save 10, you're even, huh? So you got to think that way. Take advantage of anything you can to save money during inflationary times. It's not going away fast. It's not going to go away fast, and we probably are in a recession, and if not, we're close to one for sure. The real inflationary factor, huh? Remember, when the government talks inflation, they're not counting gasoline or food, huh? There's where your real inflation is. So while they talk about 8.5% or 9% inflation, it's really probably more like 12% or 15%. On many things are higher than that. Okay, so think about those kinds of things, and I'll come up with some more ideas for you soon.